all know, I love desserts. So today I got pecan pie, one of my favorite dessert recipes, which I'm going to be sharing with you. Without much ado, let's get started. The USP of this recipe is that I'm making the pie crust with millets. So it's going to be super healthy. I'm using jowar flour. I'm using a little bit of ragi flour. I'm using a little bit of ragi, which I've ground coarsely after soaking it, boiling it. So I have 1 cup of that, and I'm going to use regular flour for it. So here is the jowar flour, approximately 1 cup. To this, I'm adding 3 tablespoons of ragi flour and 1 tablespoon of flour, yani ki maida. To this, I'm going to add some sugar. So now in this bowl, I've added jowar flour, I've added a cup of ragi flour, I've added 1 tablespoon of flour, and to this, I'm going to add sugar. This is caster sugar. If you want, you can add, you can grind regular sugar and grind it really fine, and it's going to become caster sugar, perfect for the pie. To this, I'm going to add the soaked, and so now I'm adding jowar to this, which has been coarsely ground after boiling, and I'm going to add butter. So the idea of adding the boiled and ground jowar is it's going to give a nice texture to my pie. So you can do the same. If you don't want to add jowar, you can add ground walnuts as well. It tastes really good. Trust you me. And if you don't have pecans, you can add walnuts as well. Same recipe, but with walnuts. So we replace the nuts. They also taste really good in this. So we'll just make a dough. Make sure that the butter is chilled. So that will help make a nice flaky dough. That is why when we are making pie crusts or we are making cookies, we need chilled butter and chilled water. It just helps the crust to be really flaky and nice. Otherwise, sometimes what happens is if you don't have enough, if you use regular water, the crust can become a little hard, which is not fun to eat, especially in a dessert, right? Or even if you're making any other pie, whether it's savory or sweet. So we make it, we mix it well till it resembles like breadcrumbs. You know, when we grind bread in the mixer, how it looks, the texture, that's how it should be. So once this is mixed, that means the butter and the flour is properly mixed. I'm going to add a little bit of chilled water to it to form a dough. Make sure that you add little bit of water at a time, or if you're adding milk, you add little bit at a time, because it can become really soft. We don't want soft dough. We just want perfect for the pie. Okay, here you are. Now to this, I'm going to add water and form a dough. You just bring it together with a spoon, because with hands, it's like body heat also going. So try to avoid that. It just needs to come together. We don't need to form like it's self-formed dough, because it has butter, it has ragi. I mean, it has butter, it has the jowar, so it'll all come together. Don't worry about it. Look at that. This is perfect and it's chilled. What we are going to do is, this is a pie mold. Whether you're making quiche or any sweet pie, like we are making pecan pie, you get it in the market, get it online as well. Now, we are going to put this dough here, and I'm going to press it and make like a thin, even crust with it. We have to press it to the sides. After the dough is done, we put it in the refrigerator for half an hour, and then we transfer it into a pie mold and we just even it out till the edges. And then we have to put it in the oven. We have to bake it in the oven. The oven is already heated at 180 degrees. It's preheated for 10 minutes. So whenever you're heating the oven and you have to put a cake or you have to bake anything, just preheating for 10 minutes is more than enough. And now we'll just press it to the side because I want an even layer. At the same time, it cannot be very thin because it will start breaking. So it has to be even, yet not very thin, not very thick. So it has like really nice flavor. And just keep pressing as you go. You can keep adding the dough. Look at that. So this is how your crust should look after it's done. Now this has to go in the oven. The oven is preheated at 180 degrees. We are going to blind bake it. So for that, what you can do is you put a butter paper on top, and either you can put some beans so that it has weight and this pie crust doesn't pop out. It doesn't, blow up in the oven. Or else you can do the easiest way is take a bowl which is the size of the pie mold and just press it inside lightly and just put it in the oven. This will help the dough not to rise, and this is like really super easy because once you put the beans inside, and if you don't have the beans which are for baking, then you use the beans, you can't use it for cooking. So in it goes for 10 minutes or so. Now the pie crust is in the oven, it's baking. Meanwhile, let's use this time, let's not waste it. I'm going to make the caramel sauce, and this caramel sauce is your perfect recipe for any recipe that you want to use caramel for. So first we need to add sugar. I prefer granulated sugar for this recipe, and we'll let it. All you need to do is put it on high flame and you will see yourself the sugar getting caramelized. It start going to melt. The moment you start moving it or using a spoon or a spatula to shake it or just shake it with a pan, it's never going to caramelize. It's going to crystallize further. So this is a very important step. Just watch. And one thing I've learned, in cooking, patience really pays. So whenever you're caramelizing the sugar, it always starts from the edges. Okay, so before it burns, we just like add a little bit of water on the edges so that the sugar doesn't melt, and it melts, but it melts evenly, right? That's the main idea. Okay, we don't stir till we see all of it melting, because we don't want granules, we just want it melted. You can see the color changing. Yeah. Okay, look at that. So whenever you're working with sugar, the temperature is really, really high. So you have to be really careful not to burn yourself. And now to this, once it's melted, the entire sugar melts and caramelizes. We are going to add a little bit of butter, and I'm going to add a dash of cream to make a yummy caramel sauce, which is really caramelized. It doesn't have to be really sweet. Just to balance, I'm going to add a dash of salt. That's how I like it. A little balance is important, and even in life. Some butter. Stir it in. Da, 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 da. And cream. So just make sure that you stir rigorously. We don't want the sugar to be caramelized or strings being formed. And now we are going to add some cream to it. Just keep stirring, stirring, stirring. Take it off flame. Stir, stir, stir. Oops, oops, oops. Just make sure that you don't get burned in the process. That's about it. Here we are. Look at that. Make sure it's a smooth paste. It's a smooth sauce. You can even sieve it later, but if you stir well. Okay, now you can see how smooth the sauce is. Look at that. Showtime. Here we are. The pie crust is ready. Okay, so right now it needs to rest for at least 10 minutes. So after the crust is well rested, I'm going to add the caramel sauce that we prepared. Look at that. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Look at the colors. Golden sunset. And it smells divine. Wow. Look at that. Just even it out. Look at that. Beautiful golden color. And here I have pecan nuts. These are native to America. And if you get your hands on it, do give it a shot. It's really delicious. Has a different crunch, just like walnuts. And if you don't have this, you can obviously use walnuts. And now I'm going to layer it on my pie. I just love walnut or pecan pies. It's one of my favorite recipe. And you chill it, have it with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Oh my God, you're straight in heaven. If you don't have like whole pecans, obviously you can use the crushed ones. But I just feel that it looks very pretty when you use the entire nut. So now the best part of this recipe is it's not going to go in the oven anymore. All I'm going to do is chill it in the fridge. And now I am going to put this beautiful pecan pie to rest at room temperature, and then I'm going to chill it in the refrigerator before we slice it and dice it and eat it. Yummy! And my pecan pie is ready to be served to my guests. If you enjoyed this recipe, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shipra's Kitchen.